Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you guys a challenge that I'm going to take on, which is to read the Dark Tower series along with some novels that are related to the Dark Tower series. So if you guys have ever wondered, how do I even start reading the Dark Tower series? Today I'm going to show you guys and tell you the first book to read to the very last book you should read. But before I start that, in no way, shape, or form am I saying this is the best way to go about it. This is just the way that I chose to do it. I want my journey to last 4 months because there is a lot of other books I want to get to too. But I did have to leave some out just so I can make this a 4-month journey, which are Rose Matter, The Regulators, Desperation, From a View Gate, and It. Because it deserves its own pedestal in my opinion, so I left it out. But how this is going to work, I'm going to try to read a book a week, and after the week is over, I'm going to put up a review. And that video is going to consist of 2 portions. The first one is going to be spoiler free, so if you haven't read the book, I won't ruin anything for you. And then the second portion is going to be all spoilers, so I can just barf up all the spoilers I want without ruining it. But without further ado, let's begin. The first one we're going to read is The Gunslinger. I have read it, so I'm not going to reread it, so there's not going to be a review on The Gunslinger unless you guys really want it, because I did read The Gunslinger. And then the second one we're going to read is The Drawing of the Three. This one we're going to get introduced to a few more characters, but the story finally begins in The Wastelands. And The Wastelands has a children's book called Charlie the Choo Choo, which I will be reading together with The Wastelands, just to see what Charlie the Choo Choo brings to the table symbolically wise. So if it doesn't bring anything, I'll be sure to mention that in the review. But after we're done with The Wastelands, we're going to get into a mammoth of a book, which is The Stand. I have read The Stand, but if you haven't, this is the book that would come next. However, I'm not going to reread it because, like I said, I want this journey to last 4 months, and if I read The Stand, it's not going to last 4 months. But the story is so encrypted in my mind because it was such a good read that I don't think it's necessary for me to reread it. After we read The Stand, we are going to get introduced to a young character in The Talisman, and within this journey, we're going to see that young man grow up into whatever he grows up to be. We're going to see within this journey. And then after The Talisman, we're going to get back into the Dark Tower series book with Wizard and Glass. And after we read Wizard and Glass, we're going to get into a story that I'm really looking forward to read, which is The Eyes of the Dragon. The reason why is because one of my favorite antagonists is within this story, which is Randall Flagg, aka the Dark Man. So if you're a constant reader, you know who Randall Flagg is and who the Dark Man is. So the reason I like Randall Flagg so much is because Stephen King just does such a good job of portraying the Dark Man to me. Like, he's one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character in all the Stephen King universe. And within The Eyes of the Dragon, he basically is a wizard, and I can't wait to see what Stephen King does with Randall Flagg as a wizard. Plus, this book contains dragons, knights, kings, murder. What else do you guys want in the story? And after we read The Eyes of the Dragon, we are going to go into a short story in Everything's Eventual called The Little Sisters of Illyria. So this story is actually, I think, 50 pages, so we'll knock it out of the park maybe in like 2 days, one, if I have enough time. And after that, we are going to jump back into the Dark Tower books with The Wind Through the Keyhole. So The Wind Through the Keyhole is a story within a story, is what I'm told. And that to me sounds very intriguing. So after The Wind Through the Keyhole, we are going to read Salem's Law. So in Salem's Law, we get introduced to Father Callahan. And Father Callahan is a character within the Dark Tower series. I don't know where he pops up. We'll find out in this journey together. However, I did want to mention a fun fact. If you guys own a book where Father Callahan is not really Father Callahan, but they call him Father Cody, you have a book that's worth $800 to $900. So you have a very good treasure in your collection if you own that Salem's Law. However, going back to the video, we're gonna read Wolves of the Kala. According to a lot of people, this is the best book in the whole series, but we'll see about that. And then we're gonna read Song of Susanna. After we're done with Song of Susanna, we are going to read another mammoth of a book, Insomnia. So, a lot of people say Insomnia is bloated, but it's a pretty crucial piece of the puzzle in my opinion, so I had to include it. And then we're going to read another short story, but this one's in Hearts and Atlantis, which is called Low Man in Yellow Coats, which should take me about a day or two. And then we're going to finish our novels with Black House. So remember that young character in The Talisman? Well, this is a sequel to The Talisman, so in the Black House he's all grown up and we'll see what he's been up to. And after Black House, we are going to read Everything's Eventual, another short story. And that should wrap up all the novels that are related to the Dark Tower series. And hopefully it's 4 months from now and we have reached our destination with Roland and we are in the Dark Tower. So this is the final book that you should read. However, guys, if there is a better way to read this series, please leave that in the comment section below and I'll check it out. However, if you guys are going to follow me in this journey and do it with me, also leave that in the comment section below. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, and hopefully I can say that I did this challenge together with you guys. But that's it for me, guys. Peace!